Right, hello everyone. Got my rose quartz there. I'm just going to do a quick update because I know that I wanted to show you this painting I've got up at the moment as well. I was feeling guided to get it out. It's a bit of an older one actually. It's of my stray cat that followed me in London. This is Lady Northbrook. I used to live above a pub in Leigh called the Lord Northbrook, and this cat stalked me for 2 years. She used to end up on my bed, like spread out. She was banned from the pub because she used to harass all the animals and the dogs that go in there and that. And but yeah, she's left in Canterbury at the moment because she's helping this man. This is Simon. He's dancing. Oh my god! I've just been out for my dog walk, and yeah, my other dog Dizzy's gone. He's gone now, and I just took Bailey out, so I was a bit sad yesterday, but he's gone to my nan's in Bexley Heath where I used to live, so he's keeping her happy. Oh my god, look at this. Got a caterpillar on me. Give me a little guy. No, he wants to stay on me. He can stay on me. I'll put him outside after. So there you go guys, I've got a little friend. I just wanted this video to say it's alright to my Capricorns because we're getting a bit whacked at the moment. I'm feeling it. I have really been craving alcohol the last few days, and I know that you went out and had your 3D night out as well. And I really purged like deep, and I've come up in quite a few spots. I didn't sleep well last night. Thank you, April, for your video. After I watched that, I kind of drifted off to sleep. It was quite nice. But yeah, I just wanted to pop in and just say, you know, like everything's alright. Everything's gonna be alright. And we're just pulling through this time at the moment. You know, it's a lot of deep foundations that are just coming up for us right now. I've just like a few things have been popping up Capricorn here and then, and I watched a reading yesterday, and this girl doesn't normally do readings, but she's done one for Capricorns, and it was pretty spot on for quite a few of us because I have quite a few around me as well around this area, and they're not doing so great right now. So for my fellow Capricorns, like everything is alright, and I love you, and everything is cool. Like I just went on my walk and I was just getting some visions, like, because you know I walk all on the chalk bits, and I'm leaving this house in this area soon, and I'm going to Harville, and I'm really looking forward to just having like this like space, just to, you know, be like, it's been really good being here with my mum and that, and bonding, bridging with her again. But it's going to be good for me. I'm feeling, you know, I'm starting to put my energy back, you know, and just be in the element of my art again, like in my own kind of space here, and like grow food again, and you know, start really connecting back to the earth. I go and walk in the earth every day now and connect to it, but you know, actually being more surrounded by it, whereas here it's like lots of bunched up houses in small areas. The fields over there are cool, but this area is like a lot more open. We've got a bigger garden, so I'm going to grow lots of food, and you know, just take the time to really start to align with the art I want to start creating again. And I think this has been really beneficial for Gaia. Where's the caterpillar gone? Where you gone, mate? He's probably on my back. I want to put him outside. He might not survive in here. So yeah, what else was I going to say? Yeah, I was having visions of the trees today. I watched a really cool, I think it's Chi Time TV, but it's called, it was with a channel, a woman that lives in the UK, and she had a guest on, and she was from Australia, but she was from the UK as well, and they're from this group called like the Tree Sisters, and it's global, and what they're doing is they're helping restore just the feminine consciousness. So they're not saying, oh, just a feminist, blah blah blah. They're actually like looking at men and the feminine consciousness within the men as well. And I found it really interesting. They were talking about like the way the trees have so much more water above them in the Amazon. You know, like the trees, and they were saying how it defies, one of the things, how it defies gravity, how the trees suck the water up. And I started thinking about it, looking around today at some of the trees around here growing out of the chalk. And a lot of the roots are just in the chalk. you know, and then when they fall out, you can see the underneath of them. So I've been studying the underneath of them, and a lot of it looked like plasma, like how lightning would strike down, because obviously these are two of my bits of plasma from the Sahara. They're quite different, but they're not. So you can tell this one would have been on harder ground. This one's a lot older, from Morocco, and this one, obviously it's Sahara Desert, I'm not sure exactly where, but you can see the sand might have been a bit finer. Some bits you can catch it glistens, and then this bit. But you can see, like, when people go there, they say, oh, it looks like coral. Yes, it does look like coral. So you can see the lightning's going down, giving information. And then the same with this one. But what interested me was, when I was looking at the trees today, it reminded me also again of the plasma. Not all the trees, just a few growing out the chalk. Like, because obviously some of them are straight, and there's loads of different genres around here. So I started looking at the genres, and it's like, you can tell the way this would go with the lightning comes down, and then it obviously like wraps round, you know, where it's hit hard, and then this bit would have been where it hit the ground first, and then this would have been the piled bits on top. So it's circular, because these bits are circular too, so that's the magnetic energy. But then when you look at the trees, they're like, they look like they're growing out like plasma would hit the ground. Does that make sense? I just wanted to say that because I just felt guided. It's showing me something. And then the bit with the tree going up, and then obviously the chalk would be ignited with plasma. And if it's defying gravity with the water going up it, I don't know, it's just rolling around my head. Also, I found this bit of flint a while ago. You know, I got this thing about purple, and it's got purple on it. Can you see that? I've never seen it. And I always walk a certain way, and I always felt guided with my dog to go like round a certain bit, and I was like, right, I'm probably going to find something. So I took a stroll a bit slower, and then this caught my eye, and I was like, oh my god, I got so excited. So I picked it up, and yeah, it had purple on it. So I don't know how it got there. I'm trying to look at it, and there's so many bluebells at the moment. It's really actually quite pretty out. And I'm enjoying this stone at the moment. Alicia got me. I know I showed you it last time, but it's actually like really sparkly, so it's really cool. When I'm holding it, I'm visualising this in my blood and plasma in the blood at the moment a lot. And yeah. Also, this book, I just wanted to show you, because I know I'm always going on about crystals, but sometimes it shows me how to go back. I don't want to read it out, but it's this older book, so these haven't been like tampered with. It's really old, so they have more. The newer books of the crystals are quite different, you know. I prefer the older ones, but these pages, they have a lot of older information in, which I find more useful. And it's talking here basically about frozen ice. What is crystal? Then where did the name come from? It was actually the ancient Greeks who gave the name crystallus to transparent quartz. And it's talking about frozen ice and blah blah. But this page interests me a little bit here. Forming close bonds. I'll do that so you can pause it if you want to read it, if I don't make sense. At the time a crystal is being formed, the atoms of all its constitute, sorry guys, I don't know that word, chemicals are all of its constituent chemicals are rushing about at fantastic speeds. It is the forces of attraction, known as atomic bonds, that bring them together to form an orderly pattern. This is rather like shaking a box of table tennis balls and watching them settle into geometric stacking pattern. One important consequence of this regular formation, which is based on symmetrical and asymmetrical planes, is that certain properties will vary with direction. For example, kinetic crystals have a hardness of 7 across their width and 5 across their length. Some stones have electrical properties under certain conditions. And then it goes to talk a bit more, because obviously I always talk about the hearing crystals, and that fascinates me, so I wanted to read that out. And one more book I got given to me by Alicia that's found really interesting recently is this that I'm looking at. It's a really big book, so I'm just opening it, but it's perfect for me, and it is April. You'll probably find this quite interesting anyway, lots of stuff in here, but the Illustrated History of Medicine, which is really fascinating for me because I don't really understand artwork. So like even in this, you can see it's just men with the woman and the baby, you see, but this is like where it all kind of started, you know, and a lot of the stuff in here, like the first page I've opened, is linked to art. I mean, I'll open a few pages just to give you a glimpse, but it is linked to art, and it's really stunning because you get to see kind of the actual emotion. Art gets to translate just the emotion in the handwriting. So before they had like photography and that, they've got very detailed stuff in here about like the documentation of the medicine before, and it is very detailed, and like where I can read the artist picking up the emotion, I can almost put myself in how the situation was at that time, how it felt. So, and there's like a cool few visions that I've been picking up and using from this. But, yeah, like I said, I don't really like reading, so this is really perfect for me. But we can start to see it in a completely different way to what it is now. So there is there's so much in here that I want to show you now. But it is very, and it's global too. All the stuff in here is global. So it's quite amazing, really. But yeah, you can pause the pages at any point. Sorry if I'm going too quick. I don't want this video to be too long, because I'm still purging a lot of my stuff too. And I should put this caterpillar outside. Don't know where he's gone. But yeah, a lot of love, guys, and we will get there, and we won't fall out, and we're all there for each other, you know. Energetically, we're not always physically there, and we are all on our own journey, and we will all meet where we're supposed to and come together and do what we are supposed to do. So yeah, right, I'm sending a lot of love.